Good morning, everybody. So we are very excited because today we have Daisy Kendall, who is coming for a whole month to volunteer in schools across Panulti and Bethenchok municipalities, doing PE and English and school greening workshops. So we're really excited, and I am just off to pick her up from the airport. Daisy, welcome to Nepal! So, you just arrived an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
How was your journey here, Daisy?
It was very smooth. I stopped over in Sri Lanka for a 3-hour changeover and then a short flight and I was here, so it was very nice. And I saw the mountains as I was coming in, so sit on the right side of the plane.
The right side.
That's from Sri Lanka.
Coming in, yeah, is on the right-hand side of the plane.
Of the plane.
Yeah.
Get a window seat.
Good first tip.
Hello, my name's Daisy and I'm a volunteer for Freedom to Learn, and in December I spent 1 month in Nepal volunteering, and I'm here today to talk about my experience. So first of all, what did I do as a volunteer? One of the things I did was teach English and PE workshops to groups of about 20 kids. This involved doing word games to improve their spoken English, and also fun exercise games like running races and dodgeball outside. As well as this though, being part of the Freedom to Learn team, I was able to see what work's like for the CEOs, and I'd go to visit other NGOs and do networking and see how the fundraising side of things works as well, and I found this so interesting. I'm studying politics soon, and so it was really interesting to see how an NGO in Nepal works and the different challenges on a day-to-day it faces with the different programs they carry out. Another thing I loved about volunteering was being part of the team. It's quite a small team, and so I was really able to get to know everyone. They're all so interesting and welcoming and so skilled, and being able to see, for example, Suresh and SK run the Act and Education workshops, and being able to go back each week and see the same kids doing the workshops and getting more confident and creative and just having fun was such a privilege. So that was really enjoyable. Another thing that was really rewarding was kind of the infectious passion that you get from working with the Freedom to Learn team. The more time you spend and the more you see kind of what they're doing and what they're trying to do, you get more and more excited, and you want to be able to help and positively impact the work they're doing, and that's really rewarding. But also just doing the workshops, I was quite scared and I've never really done anything like that before, but Joey and SK put their confidence in me, and kind of being able to try and improve the workshops each week was really rewarding for me, and hopefully also the kids, where I was able to kind of adapt to their different levels of English and try and make a fun workshop. I would definitely recommend this experience to anybody. I think because the environment created is one of equality. No one thinks they know better or act like they know better. Just because I was educated in England, it doesn't mean I know more about anything, and this creates such a nice environment, and kind of these foundations kind of are at the bottom of the whole of Freedom to Learn work, and I think it just means that everyone's always open to learning from each other all the time, which is such a nice environment to be in, and it means that the work is so much more mutually beneficial, which is so nice. Another question is, what is it like in schools? I think mainly everyone is so helpful. All the teachers and pupils are so welcoming. It's just such a nice experience to be welcomed into a school you've never been before. You're not staying for long, but everyone's so inviting. It was a bit overwhelming at first, seeing a lot of stairs in the playground, but you just realise that everyone's happy for you to be there. And kind of the more time you spend there, the more similarities you can see between schools, like in England, in Nepal, the same kind of like, you know, misbehaving, all this kind of thing was happening. And so overall it was just so nice to go back to the same schools each week and get to know everyone and kind of see life in Nepalese schools. The main challenge of volunteering was probably the language. I can't speak Nepali, and so it was more just a shame that you're not able to connect with everybody. But SK was always there to help translate my lessons, which was so nice. And you do get used to it, and kind of with the younger kids you can just have fun with like playing high fives. And then with the older kids, some of them could speak really good English, so it was nice being able to kind of connect with them a bit more. I'd say the most enjoyable part of volunteering is probably the connections I made. You know, with the Freedom to Learn team, I got to know them all really well, which is so nice. But also with the pupils, and by the last week, you know, I was kind of like really knew each one that I was kind of teach in the same class. And obviously with SK and Joey and Jamie, it's just such a friendly and welcoming atmosphere that everyone can just flourish, and this was so nice. And finally, I'd say the value of the volunteering for the kids in rural Nepal. I'd like to think that kind of the short workshops I did kind of supported the values of Freedom to Learn and of the active education programme, of fostering creativity and confidence, and just taking the kids for a short time in the day to just have fun and maybe, you know, try and push them a bit with their English. But I think I gained a lot from this experience, maybe more than the kids, just being able to kind of explore and like learn from them and hear their stories was amazing. And I'm hopefully going to go back eventually, because it was such an amazing experience, and I feel so lucky to have been welcomed in by Mamie, Joey, SK and Jamie. And so yeah, I would definitely recommend volunteering for Freedom to Learn, because you can't even imagine what you'll learn and the friends you'll make. So yeah, thank you.